Andrew Dwyer. Boom, Andrew, what's up? Wouldn't Tulsi have more influence as Bernie's Secretary of State than VP? Know that we need to get through primaries first, but just a thought. What do you think on that?
Yeah, so it depends. I think if Tulsi were to take a VP position, she would be instrumental in shaping the foreign policy, because you can either be like a lame duck as a VP, or you can be very much involved in the executive branch. Because remember, the executive branch handles, as the commander in chief, you're handling foreign policy. So as somebody that has the experience on the ground, either a Secretary of State or VP, she would, I think, have a really hands-on approach, a very involved approach. The only reason I would push her as VP is because I think, and I don't know, I think we've discussed this before, she gets the independent votes. She gets some of those Republican votes that Bernie isn't getting, whether it's for Assange or his previous foreign policy on Russiagate that people didn't like, or the Hillary Clinton
calling her out.
Yeah, it's all of those things, right? And all these people also may not like these labels as a democratic socialist, so they do like her and they see her as being nonpartisan and reaching out across the aisle. And that's something that I think if you're running to win the general election to beat Donald Trump, you're gonna have to take some of those votes.
Well, that's a great point. So like, would she be effective as a Secretary of State? Absolutely. But you've got to look at the VP position. It does two things. One, it's about the ticket.
Right.
And about, like you say, attracting other people from other sections of society to be in, like, again, the libertarian center-right people that really like Tulsi, they're okay. They might be a little, oh, Bernie's a crazy socialist. But with her on the ticket, I think you're right, Fiorella, that a lot of people go, okay. And also, too, what's critical is the vice president's role or lack thereof is really set by the president.
Exactly.
So President Bernie would be like, Tulsi, yes.
Yeah, tell Dick Cheney the vice president doesn't do anything. tell that to Dick Cheney.
Great point.
No, yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. I mean, I think we're completely in unison here. I mean, I think that, and I don't want to say Bernie definitely has the ability to get the unlikely voters too and reach across the aisle too. Yeah. But with Tulsi, it just amplifies that even more. Mm-hmm. And I think between the two of them, I think it's the best ticket we can possibly hope for. I mean, the only other person I'd really want to see in that VP slot would be Nina Turner. But Nina doesn't want the job. So I'm saying let Nina do her own thing. She'll be involved in some way, and however she's involved, it'll be great. And I'm hoping for that ticket. Tulsi would still make a great Secretary of State as well, but I'm really hoping for, a Bernie Tulsi ticket. That's what I've been wanting pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, and again, like it was a gift when Hillary called her a Russian asset, because then she could just go, oh yeah, and just she got 2 weeks of free ad time. Mm-hmm. Every major and she was like, no, Queen of Warmongers, she got that to stick. Yeah. And it was
it was really smart strategically, because for a while Hillary Clinton didn't realize that wasn't a compliment. She read Queen and then stopped, and she's like, okay, she gets it. And then later she was like, oh, wait a second.
Oh, warmonger. I thought that was a bump.
Did they not see my heart pin? I thought.
When I was pushing us to war with Iran 12 years ago. So yeah, Andrew, that's the view on that. You got to understand the strategic aspect of picking a VP. Like you can, I don't know, Tim Kaine, horrible VP pick.
Maybe the worst ever. The worst in American ever. His one job was get us Virginia. Because keep in mind the hubris that campaign had. They thought they were going to get every single state. Obama did. So all they really needed was one kind of unlikely purple state, and they were fine. So they were like, well, we're going to pick Tim Kaine because he's actually to the right of Hillary Clinton. So that's a big F you to all of Bernie's people. And he'll get us Virginia. That's why they picked Tim Kaine. He barely even accomplished. First of all, he lost to Mike Pence in a debate, which you should just retire from society if you lose to Mike Pence in a debate. You should just go. I mean, he has enough money. He should just go live on a farm somewhere and and read books
do
so that
you
in the future he won't lose a debate to a Mike Pence. He's like, I need to read more. But he should just stay out. And the only reason they got Virginia was because of Gary Johnson. He barely did his job.
Right.
Barely.
Well, no, Gary Johnson gave him Virginia. Really,
Yeah.
like
Right.
Gary Johnson just took enough Trump votes away.
Yeah.
To let Hillary fumble her way with Tim Kaine's inadequacy. Yeah, that was another great. That's going back to this, Andrew, of how important the ticket is. Think back. All of us probably, well, not all, but many of I think I probably would have voted for Hillary if she would have made Bernie her VP. If she went to the convention and said, you know what, I'm going to unify this. I want to bring the progressives out here. I would have gone, okay, Trump's awful. I'm not a fan of Hillary, but Bernie's in, so that progressive voice will try to be heard.
Yeah.
And she went, no, we're going to pick this mope that no one's ever heard of and tell all of you Bernie supporters, shut up.
To be devil's advocate for a moment, how do you guys counteract Elizabeth Warren as the VP choice?
You mean if it was Hillary Warren?
No, Bernie Warren.
You mean if it was Bernie Warren?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that that's not what happens.
Bernie said
really
in an
don't want
interview
that.
several months ago, he goes, it'll be a younger woman of color is who he said his VP pick will be. So I don't think it's going to, and I think that was, I don't think it.
And I don't think there's any chance of if Warren gets the nomination, which hopefully she doesn't, but if she does, there's no way she's picking Bernie because
No.
her job was to get Bernie out of the picture.
Yeah.
So if mission accomplished, she ain't picking
Well,
Bernie.
strategically, I think Warren would probably increase Bernie's chances of losing. I don't want to say she would make him lose, but I would say it would push out all of the people who despise her, who see her as another type of Obama Democrat, because she from the start said, I don't want to go on Fox News. Okay, that's
that
it.
was so dumb.
That was so dumm. And so she's
and Fox
losing
News
half the
is
country.
horrible.
It is, but
you got to go on it.
that's so
You got to go on it.
ridiculous.
And Bernie
Yeah.
went. If Bernie picked her as his VP, it would be a mistake. He would be watering down his own ticket, and he would lose some progressives. Some progressives might just vote third party because they're like, I don't want
He
her.
would make his job harder.
Yeah, he would.
I mean, Bernie would make his job harder because, you need unlikely voters to beat Trump. You need to get some converts and you need some unlikely voters. Bernie will get all those people. With Tulsi Gabbard, he'll get a lot. He'll get even more of them. With Liz Warren, he would get less.
How
He would get less
how
of
are you
them.
going to go into the red states and get those voters to come on your side with Liz Warren? You're not going to do it. With Tulsi, she's a vet. Well, she's a combat vet. She's still in the military today.
Yeah.
She's going to go there. Hi, I'm Major Tulsi Gabbard, Texas. Would you like to vote for us? Because we're going to make your lives better. And with Tulsi, you could flip Texas. And if you flip Texas, it's over.
it's over.
It's over. And Liz Warren couldn't, there's not a red state she could flip. There's not one.
Let me tell you, I was just in Florida, and
Wait. What if we let Ariana Presley talk for Liz Warren
no.
every single time? What if we do that?
That would be
When Liz
better.
gets
That would be
heckled?
an improvement.
What if Liz gets heckled and then she jumps up?
If Ariana Presley's his VP pick, that's all right.
And I was just going to say in Florida, the only other person other than Bernie that was mentioned in a positive light was Tulsi Gabbard, because Florida has a good amount of Republicans too. But they were like, oh, we wish she was doing better, blah, 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 blah. But she's cool.
That's the thing. If you have Tulsi Gabbard, those purple states like Florida and Ohio and Pennsylvania, you flip those go. And then if you get Texas, plus all of the standard blue states that Hillary never should have lost had she campaigned there, like Wisconsin and Michigan, right? You clean up. You clean up. I mean, like that ticket to me, I've said this before and I will say it again. That
It's
is
the
an
winning
electoral and popular vote landslide.
Yeah.
Not
And
eking.
why take any chances?
I know.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the time for
No,
chances.
landslide, man. And what that does then, if you don't like Trump so much, you put him to bed, because impeachment. Oh, even if you were to impeach him, which you can't with the Republican Senate, but even if for some reason you got some Republican senators to flip, there's still going to be that. Oh, it's corruption. DC politics couldn't handle the outsider. That's what his base will say. That's what
Yep.
he'll say.
Yep.
You crush him in an electoral landslide. It was like, you are a mistake. Go away. Roger Ailes is dead, so you don't even get your TV show. You and Sean Hannity can go give each other hand jobs somewhere on a duck hunting trip. Leave us alone. The working class of all ethnicities is going to be taken care of now. You'll have people going, hey, man, I voted for Trump. I thought I was wrong. I don't care. I got Medicare for all now. My kids are going to college. We're not in war. there's not
That would be
22 vets a
ideal.
day committing suicide.
Yeah.
We're all got union jobs making solar panels and this Green New Deal. Trump is just it was just a bad couple of years.
That's why her impeachment present vote didn't bother me. I thought I was advocating that for a while because it's like you need somebody who's going to say, yes, Donald Trump has committed impeachable acts, but what you're impeaching him on isn't right. And that was my whole thing. Like, sure, we should have impeached him on emoluments. We should have impeached him on anything else. But
Well, they
what he
couldn't
was
look at all the
impeached on.
things that Democrats were also complicit
Exactly.
with. That's
Yeah.
why it's like, yeah, this is theater.
I love the present vote. Actually, when I first heard it, I was like, I don't know. And then when I listened to her response, I went, that was actual smart leadership.
Yeah.
And this is another thing, too, that would get center-right people and libertarians and independents to vote for. All the people that don't vote because they feel like their vote doesn't count. That was bold leadership.
Yeah.
She went against her party and all the goddamn wingnut hillbots, right? And she said, that's not right. Yeah, he's corrupt, but this isn't enough.
This isn't how we do
It was great.
Yeah.